How you doing? I know it's been a while. It's been a long while. But and I don't even have my little sticky thingy because I wasn't planning on going live. Oi, oi, oi. We're just going to hang out. I want to get your guys' opinion on the supply chain issue, right? I'm going to give you my opinion. Um, but we'll see who all joins in. If not, I'll just be talking to myself like normal. And I'm not in a very good mood. Um, the the how do I say this without throwing anybody underneath the bus? The same old, same old. But anywho, so yeah, excuse me, Mr. Steven, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I'm not in a very good mood, but we're I'm using this to try to take my mind off of the issue. So, um, the supply chain issue or problem. It's not an issue, it's a problem, right? It's a problem. And everybody's coming up with excuses. Everybody's coming up with excuses. First it was the truck drivers, then it was um, the merchants, then it was the warehouses, then it went back to truck drivers, and then it went back to this, and it went back to that, and blah 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 blah. Somebody from the inside, me, as you can tell, in a truck. When when you have somebody that doesn't have a grip on reality, and let's face it, the people um, that were elected into this position, quite honestly, haven't even earned the titles that they received, and they're the reasons why. They're the reason why there's so much problems. You know, we've talked about economics here, and we've talked about this, and we've talked about that, and blah, blah, blah. But for the last 2 years, me and many other people that are out here driving every day, we have been busting our butts. We've continually bust our butts. What's up, Mr. Tim? um, it is extremely insulting. All right, it is extremely insulting when somebody in a delusional state that's in the most powerful position on the planet, the leader of the free world, all right, insinuates that truck drivers need to step up. Now, I talked about this on Facebook, and if you guys haven't watched it, you should go watch it. Um, was extremely heated. Literally. Yeah. No, it's okay. You can say fuck Biden here. I don't really honestly give a shit. YouTube is communist. Um, you can't talk about anything now because they want to be in control. Anything that you say, basically, you're wrong right from the get-go. So, anyways, that's not what we're here for. So the supply chain issue, all right, it boils down to one problem. Okay, hold on. I'm going to make myself sick watching me bounce up and down. It boils down to one issue, one fault, one blame. That's it, period. It's not the truck drivers. It's not the merchants. It's not the warehouses. It boils down to one problem, one identity that is causing the entire F up, and that is the government. The government that hates you thinks they know best. It's quite evident. It's quite evident. First, it was the lockdown. Then it was another lockdown. Then it was mandates. More mandates. You know, it's when you start when you start paying people, don't ever. I don't care if it's Trump or if it's any other Republican or an alien that has come in and won your hearts. You never, ever trust anybody in government. Ever. Ever. I don't care if it's your own brother, your own sister. You never trust anybody in government. Plain and simple. You don't talk to police, and for legal reasons, not for because they're bad cop reasons. You never talk to police. And you never trust anybody in government. They could be your father. They could be your mother. No, you never do it. I find it very insulting, very, 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 very insulting, that the government has screwed this up and now is trying to blame everybody else but them, which is normal. Shouldn't be surprising. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't, because, you know, I see on TV, and let's make perfectly clear something right here, right now. Truck drivers have never once asked for a thank you. Never once asked for any recognition, because we come out here and we do our job and we do it to the best of our ability. If you're a real truck driver, if you're a steering wheel holder, you just come out here and you treat it like a 9 to 5, right? I mean, that's just the way it's always been. The real truck drivers that have been out here, we don't ask for anything. We don't expect anything. We don't want anything. We just want to do our jobs. That's it. Yeah, don't watch any news. None. We just want to do our jobs. We want to be left alone. You know, the funny thing is I passed 3 vehicles on the way down here. I had plenty of time to get down here. I passed 3 vehicles on the side of the road that I would have loved to stop and help. But all 3 of them had flat tires. I know how to change a tire. I would have gladly done it. All 3 of them. Not a problem. I've done it before. But I remember all 3 of those vehicles tailgating me, cutting me off, slowing down, not letting me out into the left lane. I'm not going to stop. I missed those days. That's why I get so angry. That's why I get really angry when the industry starts making bad decisions. The government starts blaming the industry. You know, California. I mean, California, what are you doing? You're driving every person in the trucking industry out. Every person. Mega companies to the mom and pop to the independents. You are driving everybody out. And again, that is a cog in the problem to the supply chain issue. You're mandating people have newer trucks when they can't afford it, or B, don't want it, to appease what? To appease your ego? See, here's the thing. People in government, and it doesn't matter. It could be local, it could be state, it could be federal. Every single person in government, they're playing a game of chess, and they think it's just a game. Every single one of them think it's a game. I don't care if it's Ted Cruz or if it's chips. I don't even know. I don't even know half the. Are they called Republicans anymore? I don't even know if you can say Republicans anymore. None of the Democrats make any freaking sense. I mean, I'm sorry if you're a Democrat. I'm sorry. The people that you elected in, they don't make any sense. None of them give two craps about you. And they're playing this little game. They're playing this little game. And if you need proof, if you think I'm joking, you need proof, Afghanistan. That's all I have to say. There are still thousands and thousands of people stuck in Afghanistan because they're playing their little game. They don't realize in their small little well-educated Harvard instituted brains, they don't realize that the game of chess that they think they're playing doesn't have consequences. The consequences is people like me, people like you, we die. We starve. We go broke. While they live in a high life city, getting paid by every other country but our own. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's always the government. It's always the government. Every time the government sticks its nose into something and comes up with a solution, it tanks. For example, medical world. The U.S. has the worst medical institutions in the country, or in the country, no shit in the country, in the world. Mexico has better medical than we do here in the U.S. Why? Because the government's involved. You don't need proof on that. There's facts out there. There's numbers out there. Google it. All right. Education. Education. We are the 32nd on the list throughout the world on the education list. 32nd. Why? Because the government's involved. You're not eating. You want your Eggo waffles that basically the shelf is empty now? The government's involved. This truck that I'm in, we're being told to step up. But at the exact same time, the FMCSA, which is our government body that dictates all our rules, is telling, no, you can't. I don't know. I think I've stepped up the last 2 years. While 90% of the country was at home living in fear, worrying about, I don't know, sneezing on each other or something, I was out here. Many people like me were out here. We were busting our butts. What's up, Troy? While everybody was at home getting sick, going to the hospitals, many people like me, were out here. It irritates the crap out of me. It irritates the crap out of me when I see all these commercials thanking frontline workers, but truck drivers aren't even close to being frontline workers. Yeah. I can't say it, Troy. I can't say it. I can't talk about that. I can't talk about the trees or the clouds. I can't talk about anything anymore. And so that's why I have to kind of incognito circle things, because I can't say anything. YouTube will take my channel down. And not that it matters anyways, because the channel quite honestly sucks. I mean, I'm just going to say it. But it pisses me off. If it wasn't for us that drive these things, that supposedly get in your way, take up too much room, take off too slow, speed up too slow, slow down's too slow, basically every inconvenience that you could think of. If it wasn't for us, the doctors wouldn't have medicine, masks, gowns, ventilators, anything. Nothing. If it wasn't for us out here busting our butts, the military wouldn't be moving. Yeah, we moved the military. Sorry to say, but we do. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't eat. And you're starting to see a small glimpse of that. You wouldn't eat. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have a job to go to. You see where I'm getting at? This isn't something that is new. And a lot of you are probably going to go, "Oh, what the hell's the difference?" Here's the thing. There's a lot of people like me out here. And we are really sick and tired of being stepped on. Really sick and tired of being stepped on. Not only from general people, but also from the government. The government is still wanting to pass rules, health rules. If they pass one health rule that I heard was coming down the pipeline, y'all in trouble. I'm just going to, literally one rule that might be coming down the pipeline. There's no timetable, but it's still on the table. There's no timeline. But if that one rule passes, over 2/3 of this industry is done. We're forced to retire. We can't drive anymore. 2/3. The average driver is anywhere from 45 to 55 years old. I'm in that average driver. I'm in that age group. All right? 2/3 of us would be kicked to the curb. I don't think people have an understanding of how fragile this industry is. This important industry is. And to have some senile person sitting in the most powerful position, I know I'm an old man, sitting in the most powerful position in the world. I mean, let's face it. This country, right? This country, the United States of America, is still the most feared, looked up to, inspirational, destinational, that's not a word, but I'm going to use it, country in the world. In the world. And to have somebody in that position tell its backbone, and yes, the trucking industry is its backbone, that we need to step up after kicking us in our nuts is highly insulting. There is no supply chain issue. I'm happy that I'm old. I'm kind of getting that way too, Mr. Steven, but I'm getting a little crankier the older I get, which I guess is common. But, you know, you think about this, right? Think about this. Yes, there is a driver shortage. I'll admit that. Is it as big as they say it is? Probably not. We are missing drivers. I'll be straight up and honest with you. Nobody wants to come out here. Oh, I'm happy I'm not old. Yeah, I did. I missed a word. I'm sorry. You are old, Stephen. Sorry to break that news to you, but you're old. There is a supply chain or a driver shortage issue. There is. But you think about it, right? 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago, a year ago, things were moving. We still had a driver shortage. Things were moving. What happened last year that is now being enforced this year? Government rules. California acted that A85 or whatever the hell it was, basically eliminating the trucking industry in California. The government changed more HOS and other stupid stuff. Not till Monday. Um, no, you're old. I'm sorry. You're old. The government got involved. I don't understand how you people don't understand. If you need proof, that's all the proof you need. That's it. You know, if people would just let us do what we need to do, you would have food. That's it. There's always been a driver shortage. There's always going to be. What's up, Mr. Charles? There's always going to be. Oh my God. There's always going to be a driver shortage. Like I said, the average driver is anywhere from 45 to 55 years old. We are leaving the industry 3 times faster than people are coming in. Why? Because nobody wants to come out here and do this. We don't get paid very good. I mean, the price of fuel is killing us. The price of insurance is ridiculous. I mean, you get into one minor accident, just going to court over the lawsuits is going to break an average person, let alone the price increase that you're going to have to pay. You can't afford to get into an accident. There's nobody coming out here. Nobody wants to give up their time away from home, away from their social life, away from their family. If you have kids, I understand that. But there's nobody coming out here. None. It's the same in Australia. Mr. Wilson, I feel sorry for you people in Australia. Y'all have a battle on your hands. And I am there with you. I mean, I can't relate to anything that you guys are going through, but oh my God. Wow. I mean, the trucking industry in Australia is completely different than here in the States, but with all that other rigmarole bullshit that you guys have to deal with from your government, good luck. You have my support, but good luck, because you're going to need a whole lot more than my support. I'm just saying. Yeah, the industry, it's we're dwindling more than we're growing. And you can offer all the money and you can do all this and you can do all that. It's just like farming, right? Farming is in the same situation. It's dwindling in the number of farmers, because nobody wants to come into it. Nobody wants to come into it because everybody thinks that they deserve something. And we've talked about that before here on the channel too. A lot. Everybody thinks they deserve something. Nobody's being told that they earn everything. And when you start getting into the thought process of earning things, then getting your hands dirty and coming out here and being gone and sacrificing your stuff to help millions of other people is actually worthwhile. Let me repeat that. I sacrifice my social life, my home time, my Friday nights to help millions of other people enjoy their life. How much more powerful is that? Think about it. And it doesn't matter if you're here in the US or if you're in Australia or if you're in the UK or if you're in Zimbabwe. Is Zimbabwe a country? No, that's a state of... We're going to use Zimbabwe, okay? Hell, you could be a polar bear up in the fucking Antarctic. Oh, yeah, but that's everywhere, though, Mr. Wilson. Same here. Same in Canada. Same in Canada. I mean, thank you, Green Leader. But the thing of it is like, it's so frustrating because you try to relay that. You try to relay that to just an average person. They don't get it. They don't care. They don't understand that one farmer impacts millions of people's lives. One truck driver impacts millions of people's lives. That is true. That is true. Uh, what's up, Nathan Tim Bodyguard? Holy mouthful. Um, so I mean, what is your guys' opinion on this whole supply chain issue? Um, Please, I want to have a discussion about this because you know, being from the inside looking out, I have a completely different outlook on it than anybody in DC can ever imagine. But I want to know what your guys, where am I in America? I am in Arkansas right now. I would show you, but it's dark. It's really dark. Like really, really, really dark. Um, I mean, and Australia's having the same problem. The UK is having the same. Why are you here in Australia? Holy crap! It's got to be what, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning for you? Go to bed, my dude. Damn. Good Lord. Um, it just hit me like a light bulb. I'm like, wait a minute, it's almost 9 o'clock here. It's like, Jesus. Um, you know, yes, there's a driver shortage here in the U.S. I'm sure there's everywhere. Um, oh, wait a minute. Jesse, musician. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're in Arkansas? Hide. I'm just a musician waiting on something, sometimes months for gear I need. I know, I'm sorry, Green Leader. I'm sorry. Hide, Mr. Bodyguard. Hide, because I'm in Arkansas. I'll find you. No, I'm not going to find you. Don't stalk me. Please, people like us would like to be at home. Well, that's what I'm thinking here, They just came. Okay. I'm gonna try to say this without throwing anybody underneath the bus in the company wise. And trust me, there's not anything that I'm gonna say here that I will not say in front of their faces. So if there's a little tattletale out there, sorry, the bosses already know I'm gonna tell them exactly what the fuck I say here. Because I'm to the point now where it's either we get on the same page or I walk out the fucking door. That's all there is to it. And they know this. So I got here at 11 o'clock this morning. Now, I understand. I'm well aware that this place usually loads us later in the afternoon to evening to at night. Well aware of that. But they don't work tomorrow. This place here does not work tomorrow. 5 minutes ago, they came and got my trailer. I sat here and watched them as I was talking with you guys. They came and got my trailer. Almost 2 hours ago, I texted the dispatcher and said, hey, I'm getting slightly concerned here. They're not working tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. Never heard a fucking word. Never heard a word. People here in the U.S., the FMCSA wants to increase the driver pay. How the fuck are you going to do that? All right. I would not like to be an owner driver these days. No. I went through 2 of the huge gas hikes. I went through the 2004 and then the 2008. 2008 was bad. This one is going to be... Oh, my thumb. Sorry. I don't have my little stick thing. I wasn't planning on going live, so that's why I don't have my little holder thingamajiggy, and it's broke anyway, so whatever. I went through the two fuel hikes, gas hikes, whatever you want to call them. I actually turned out really well. It turned out really well for me, but I had to be a little frugal. This one is going to get bad. This one is going to break a lot of people. A lot of people. Uncle Poopsie's daughter, who lives out in Northern California, she sent me a picture. 9.05 a gallon of diesel. $905. The consumer cannot afford that. I've said this here many times. Common sense will also tell you, in agreement with what I've said, and I'm going to say it again, we as trucking companies do not eat any overages out of our expenses. The consumer does. We only pick loads that pay our bills. The other loads get left behind. They get hauled, but they get left behind. We do not eat the over expenditures. The consumer does. You, me, everybody else. Okay? It's literally economics 101. All right? And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to teach you anything here, but I'm keeping it real. That's what I do here. That's what we do here. That's what I've always done here. I've always kept it my real, and sometimes my real is right, sometimes my real is wrong. But in this case, my real is right. It's gotten so crazy. It's gotten so crazy, you know, and I can only imagine what what it's like in Australia, and or even over in the UK. I guess the UK has lightened up its restrictions and everything like that. I know Canada has as well too. Australia, though, they just keep plunging further and further. I mean, now it's just gotten absolutely insane, and I feel bad. I really do. But yeah, I mean, I was saying something. Oh, to Mr. Ben Wilson. There's no way to increase the pay, right? So the FMCSA they're negotiating higher pay wages for drivers. Well, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? You can't force these companies to pay more. I mean, that's like trying to ask McDonald's to pay every person that they have working there $15 an hour when they're only worth $6.50 an hour. It's I don't understand how you plan on doing this. I mean, and I've thought about it. I've thought all the way. I've thought so far out of the box. I don't understand how this is going to happen. For me, I'm salary. I get a flat rate, no matter how hard I work, which is part of the problem why I started bitching and basically quit in July. I'm only going to work as hard as I want to work because I don't see any extra benefit in it. Oh, and by the way, to everybody at the FMCA office, here's a little tidbit, a little FYI, shall we say. All right? Yeah. The FYI is, we know how to make extra money, but you restrict us. Apparently there's a bug in here. But you restrict us on making that extra money. It's very simple. If I want an extra couple $100, I run an extra load. If I need a couple $100,000, I run a couple hundred extra loads. We know we can make extra money, but you tell us we can't. But now you're going to increase our pay. How? How? This is the problem with the government. They stick their nose into something and it breaks. And people like me, people like you, suffer. Our families suffer. Our friends suffer. Our neighbors suffer. Because the government thinks they're playing a stupid game. I don't know what the hell that was. I saw it. It was flying right in here. And that's why I kind of went like that, because I don't know if I don't and I don't even know if it was flying. But anyways, it can stay back there until later tonight. Um, but that's the thing is like it goes back to the government thinks this is a game, and don't let them fool you. You know when they're on TV and they're well, the American people don't want this, and they think we're a joke. Yeah, we do think you're a joke. First of all, you said it right. We all think you suck, but we know you're full of bull milk, poo, whatever. We all know. It's like nobody believes you. Nobody. Everybody across the world thinks we're a fucking joke. It's just gotten so sad. You know, we're almost $30 trillion in the hole. No way of paying it back. No way of paying it back. None whatsoever. Taxes are going up for everybody. Cost of living is skyrocketing for everybody. Pay is not, it's staying the same. Actually, you get paid more by staying at home now than you actually do working. Go figure that one out. It's a mess. It is an utter and complete mess. And it's not a Democrat thing, it's not a Republican thing. It's a fucking government thing. Every single person in any style, form, or shape of government, like I said, from local to federal to state, doesn't matter. They're all junk. And there's no way to fix this. None whatsoever. I had a conversation with a friend of mine. He's like, "Well, we need to get everybody out of the White House, out of Senate, Congress, everything." And it's like, why? It's already ingrained in the fabric of the United States. Lie, cheat, and steal your way to the top is already ingrained into every single fiber of this country. Every single fiber. You don't believe me? Look at the education. Look at the education system. Everybody gets a participation trophy. You deserve to have a cell phone. You deserve to get a passing grade. There's no accountability. There's no earn anything. It's all expected. I deserve. It's already ingrained in the fabric of this country. There's no fixing that. You can't fix that. So it's literally a downward spiral. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the truth of it is eventually we are going to hit rock bottom. We're falling faster than I ever thought we were going to fall. Right now. Will it slow down? I don't know. Nobody knows. Who knows? Nobody. But there's no fixing this. There's absolutely no fixing this. And it terrifies me. And it should terrify everybody else. You know, especially everybody that, you know, I'm not going to say is a patriot or whatever, but if you're an American, it should terrify the shit out of you. I mean, there's no way of lightly putting that. Australia, if you're an Australian resident and you're I'm going to use the word, but if you're an Australian, you should be terrified. Terrified. Yeah, Tim did. I know. Hashtag blame Tim. But you guys should be terrified. The control, and I understand that, you know, Australian has a completely different government system than what the United States does, but holy crap. This is scary. And it's not just the U.S. government that's thinking it's playing a game and people's lives don't matter and blah, 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 blah. It's all the governments. It's every government. But it's so scary. Exactly. Hashtag blame Tim. But it's super scary. Um, so uh, again, what is your guys' thoughts on the supply chain stuff? Am I off base? Um, what is your opinion? You have to have an opinion, and not having an opinion is just not. It's not. How do I say this without pissing everybody off? When I ask for an opinion, please share your opinion. All right, it's part of the problem why I don't want to do this anymore. So when I ask for your opinion, I want your opinion. Um, you guys are going to feel the effects of this. I mean, I'm already feeling the effects of it, and I've been out here the whole time. You guys have to feel the effects of this. I mean, oh yeah, yeah. It's been hard to find anything. GPUs, memory cards, or even SSDs. It's hard to find all that stuff. I mean, oh yeah, even as a gamer, it's hell. Even as just a person that wants to eat, it's almost impossible to find stuff to eat. We really are, Mr. Steven. We we really are. Um, and I don't mean to be all doom and gloom, but the reality of it is we are. We really are. Um, yeah, it pisses me off that the government uses us as a pawn. The driving industry, I mean, as a pawn. It's. I don't think people really realize how much we actually sacrifice. I honestly don't. And again, I'm not looking, and I'm pretty much guaranteeing that 99% of this industry, we're not looking for a thank you, that a boy, good job. I called it out when that whole feed a truck driver thing happened. It was people, for whatever reason, feeling guilty for doing something to piss off a truck driver, and that was their way of ass kissing us into forgiving them. That's all that boiled down to. You know, because we were zeros a year before, we were heroes for 6 months, and now we're back to zeros again. Try to blow smoke up somebody else's ass, all right? Because you're not going to do it to me. I just don't think people realize how much we give up. Willingly give up. I don't know how many countless birthdays I've missed, and weddings, and funerals, and Friday night bar night, or joining a bowling club, or a dart league, or family reunions, barbecues, just general going out to your mom and dad's for a barbecue. I can't tell you how much I've missed of that. Well, yes, I can. I've missed 26 years of it. And I've never looked back. And people in my position out here, we don't look back. Because we know what we've given up. We've chosen to give that up. But I didn't choose it to give it up to disrespecting people and disrespecting governments. That's the part that hurts the most. Is I've given up my everything to make this my everything. Well, exactly. I haven't been on a date in legitimately. I haven't been on a date, like a legitimate date, pretty much since high school. Because I know a woman can't compete with this. And if she is competing with this, you have a lucky you're lucky, because 99% of the women, they can't compete with a truck. They can't. Well, exactly. You know, it's so frustrating. It's like, yeah, but see, even the doctors and nurses, they don't give up as much as we do. Not even close to as much as we do. And again, I'm not looking for, oh, poor truck driver. Oh, blah blah. That's not what I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. I'm not looking for a thank you. I'm not looking for food. I'm not looking for, oh, poor boy. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm telling you the truth. That's all there is to it. I come out here for, well, 6 years ago. No, well, 2015. So 6 years ago. Oh, no, I hear. Yeah, no, Tim, I understood. But 6 years ago, 2015, when I sold Voodoo, 8 years, 8 years before that, I was only home 8 to 10 days out of the year. And that's no joke. Uncle Poopsie can attest. He can tell you that. 8 to 10 days out of the year, I was home for 8 years in one of these. So that's how much we give up. I've got 26 years in one of these. 26, 25, 26, something like that. They can if you're a co-driver. Well, I don't have a co-driver. There ain't gonna be nobody driving my truck. Plain and simple. um, yeah. Anyway, now this is kind of get into and nobody's sharing their opinions again. Well, a couple of you did. Thank you, by the way. Um, and I didn't mean to be on here this long. I want to come in and have a legitimate discussion about the situation that's going on, and just kind of get my feet back wet. Just kind of testing the waters, and stuff like that. But, well, thank you, but it's not needed. Um, no, I know you did. Actually, quite a few you guys did. Um, thank you, Green Leader. But again, it's not needed. Um, the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, and from the beginning of the channel, is 90% of the real world people don't have a clue, right? And they think by me saying, oh, we give up this and we give up that and we give up so much and blah 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 blah, they're like, oh, you can't, you keep passing, we can't. Well, we do. We honestly do. Um, and again, it's not a oh, why aren't we getting the thank yous or anything like that. It's just the truth. It's just the bare bones information truth. And no, there are some people out here, that are home every weekend. More power to them. Unfortunately, I am not one of them. I am here. Yeah, no, that's okay. I will gladly pass on that. Actually, there's not any lot lizards out here anymore. It's surprising. West Memphis, and there was one other spot. West Memphis is still a shithole. Oh my god, it's still a cesspool. And I think that'll always be a cesspool too. But um, yeah, who knows? Question. I'm gonna get off the whole poor me, blah 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 question. Um, and probably nobody's gonna answer anyway, so it doesn't make a damn bit of difference because it's an hour into a live stream. Um, so if you're not a part of the Discord, or you can't be a part of the Discord, I've been kind of talking to people over there about maybe starting a second channel. I don't know if I want to do that. But I did throw it out there as a possibility. Well, yeah, literally. Because where I'm at, there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do here. So it's like, oh, yeah, you're stuck in the truck forever. Um, I've been thinking about doing another channel. So we've talked about this, and I've done a few live streams on here um, with the RC car stuff. A lot of people want me to start another channel. I still don't know what the hell this channel is going to do. I don't even know how much they've ever been. I, that's, yeah, ugh, no. I'd rather look at porn on my phone than ever touch one of them things. Nope. Nope. Um, yeah. Would you guys even want an RC channel? I mean, probably not, because those videos didn't, or those live streams didn't do very good. So I don't even know what I'm asking. Because I know the gaming videos here don't do very good. Actually, none of the videos do very good. You miss what? Mr. Steven? Huh? You miss what? You miss the live streams? I know. But that's the thing, though, is the live streams hurt the channel. So if I revive this channel, I can't do live streams. RC, your show? I know. Well, and that's the thing is like, I've talked about it on Discord with the people over there. That it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of energy, which I was more than willing to put out there. But I just don't know if I want to do it anymore for nothing. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not doing the YouTube stuff for money. That's what this is for. I'm doing the YouTube stuff because I enjoy doing it. But when you put in so much time and so much effort and you spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, which was my choice, by the way, I'm not blaming anybody, and you get this much return, hoping to get this much return, it's a little disheartening. And then when you get the copyright strikes, you get the terms of service strikes, you get all this other stuff because of the red tape, bureaucratic BS that's behind everything that you guys don't actually see because you guys just consume content. You don't actually produce content. You don't get to see that red tape bullshit. It's very disheartening. It is. Love doing it. Don't get me wrong. I love doing this stuff. But it is a lot of time and it is a lot of energy. And I just don't know if I want to do it for nothing, if that makes any sense. And that's the part that I'm having trouble with, in either starting a new channel or continuing this one. That's the part that I'm having trouble with. And it's not your guys' fault. It's my fault because I can't learn fast enough that you guys want, or I shouldn't say you guys, that the YouTube viewer needs me to learn, right? So it's not your fault. It's my fault because I keep creating the same crap over and over and over again. That's probably why the viewership has not gone anywhere. I haven't picked a specific lane for the channel. Or Truckstop Gaming, whatever else is in my fucking life at the time. Which doesn't help. That it confuses everybody, it pisses everybody off, and the viewership isn't there. But I don't want to give up the gaming or the RC stuff or the trucking stuff or, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, it's kind of pointless. So it's not you guys. It's not the viewers on YouTube. It's just the way the algorithm is on YouTube. And the censorship on YouTube. And the false claims on YouTube. It's just YouTube. It's just YouTube. Um, and there again, I've said this 3 times now, it does take a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I'm just tired. I'm really tired. I'm tired of driving. I'm tired of being cranky. I'm tired of wasting time. I'm tired of this. I'm just tired. I'm tired of a lot of things. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Who knows? But I've been thinking about doing an RC car channel or doing a series here after a revamp. What that revamp is, I don't even fucking know. Maybe there won't be a revamp. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But anyways, I'm not even going to ask you guys. I'm not even going to ask you. Anyways, I'm done. It's been an hour. I thank everybody for coming to hang out for this pop-up random bitch fest of the government, I guess. Poor me, trucking industry type bullshit. I'm going to have some more Domino's pizza. Wait for my trailer to get loaded. And then at midnight, I can vamonos and head back home. And maybe be home before late tomorrow night. Probably not. Yeah, you heard me right. Leave at midnight so I can go home. Think about that when you guys go to bed at 11 o'clock. I'm just starting my day. It's good to see everybody as well. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. This is just a pop-up live stream. I don't know if we're gonna continue doing this. So just click the bell, make sure the notification's on, and just kind of keep an eye out, because I don't know if I'm gonna start doing this again. I don't know. Yeah. So make sure, hit the notification. Anyways, if you haven't checked out the website, go check it out. Nothing's changed over there, but if you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you haven't visited the merch store, you can do that through the well, yeah, me too, Mr. Wilson. Me too. But if you want to go check out some of the merch, you can go through the website, go to the store, browse around, do whatever you guys need to do. There are more than just t-shirts. So if you see an item, make sure you actually go to the store. There are more than just t-shirts. I'm just going to throw that one out there. And everything like that. Yeah, well, 11 o'clock. Yeah, it'll almost be 12 hours by the time I get out of here. Actually, it'll be over 12 hours before I leave, because I'm going to leave at midnight. Technically, I could leave at 11:45, but I'm going to leave at midnight. So, yeah. And they literally just, when I said that 45 minutes ago, they just took my trailer. So, it'll probably be midnight before that comes back anyways. Who knows? Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Thank you for coming to hang out. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, notifications, do whatever it is you do, and we will chat with you again later. Hopefully. You never know.